Potential Seattle Seahawks offensive players that could follow Shane Waldron. What's up guys, Swift here covering everything Chicago Bears. After doing my Shane Waldron All 22 video last night, I've received a lot of questions about potential free agents that could come over from Seattle with Waldron. Today I want to quickly talk about the few guys who are scheduled to be free agents and one guy that isn't, but that Ryan Poles could be interested in this offseason. Let's get right into it. The first guy I want to talk about is Noah Fant. I mentioned him in the All 22 breakdown. He's a former first-round pick who has been productive in the NFL but has never quite developed into what people thought he would be. He has at least 400 receiving yards in all 5 seasons of his career and 14 touchdowns. He had his worst year in 2023, only getting 414 yards, and his first year not scoring at least 3 touchdowns. Here is why I would love to sign Noah Fant. He just turned 26 years old. He spent the last 2 years with Shane Waldron and knows the system well. And then Ryan Poles would like him because he shouldn't break the bank. He would possibly sign to be our tight end too. And he scored a 9.88 on the relative athletic score. I think he could really help Waldron incorporate more of the 12 personnel. With DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, and another wide receiver taking away attention, Noah Fant would be able to get open. He's easily my favorite target from the Seahawks this offseason. My runner-up would be center Evan Brown. He's just 27 years old and has 40 starts at center over the last 3 years. He's played with the Lions and Seahawks, and I think he could be a value addition at the center position that wouldn't stop us from still drafting a rookie. This is also something offensive coordinators like to do. Bring over a center that already knows the system. It's one of the most important positions on the offensive line. Luke Getsy did it with Lucas Patrick, and Waldron could do it with Evan Brown, especially since we need a center. Brown is also very athletic. He scored a 9.34 on his RAS score. And then last up would be Damian Lewis. He was a third-round pick in 2020, and he's made 54 starts for the Seahawks over the last 3 years. I think he could get a contract similar to what Nate Davis got last year, so I really doubt Poles is going to pay for another free agent guard, but we do need help at the position. And then you can also add tight end Colby Parkinson and running back DJ Dallas to the list. Colby Parkinson is a 6'7" tight end who also knows the system and shouldn't cost that much. DJ Dallas, meanwhile, is nothing more than a third down back, but he does have value as a pass blocker and as a receiver out of the backfield for cheap. Kind of similar to what we got in Travis Homer. But on another note there, Travis Homer also worked with Waldron for 2 years in Seattle, so maybe Travis Homer will have a bigger role. He still has 1 year left on his deal. So with Waldron coming over, maybe the Bears do decide to roll with Khalil Herbert, Roschon Johnson, and Travis Homer. I still think we draft a running back though. And then the only other name people are talking about, it's a big one, Tyler Lockett. The most important thing to note here is Tyler Lockett is not a free agent this year. However, Lockett will be 32 years old next year, and he is a likely cap casualty for the Seahawks. They have some issues with the cap right now, and Lockett's cap hit is $28 million this year, and then $27 next year when he's going to be 33 years old. The Seahawks also have an out in his contract, and they can take a $19 million dead cap hit this season and spread it over 2 years and cut Tyler Lockett this offseason. On top of that, they would still have DK Metcalf and Jackson Smith and Jigba, so that is a possibility. But does Poles want to sign a 31-year-old receiver? I doubt he would want to give him a contract anything near to what he already had. But if we could get Lockett on a 1 or 2 year deal for cheap, maybe even less than we would be paying Darnell Mooney, and still draft a wide receiver like Marvin Harrison or Rome Odunze, I guess it's a possibility. I just wouldn't count on it, but his experience in Waldron's system would be a huge plus. I do think it's likely we sign at least one player from the Seahawks offense during this year's free agency period. I'll be previewing that a lot more as we get closer to March. Thanks to everyone who watches. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.